You like jazz? I don't like jazz. I don't like jazz at all. Sorry, I don't like jazz. I especially don't like jazzy Jasmine Crockett. She's doing it again. She's actually going to do it, folks. The Democrat Party's delusions of grandeur continue with Jasmine Jazzy Crockett actually thinking it may be a good idea to take her particularly brand of classless and clueless politics one step higher, from Congresswoman to U.S. Senator. It's already pretty ridiculous with the launch video posted online with President Trump's audio over it. You have to see it to believe it. Watch.
How about this new one they have, their new star, Crockett? How about her?
She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man. Oh, man.
She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
So you launch your Senate campaign, and your whole video is Donald Trump talking. Do you know how stupid you look? You know how ridiculous you look? It is so ridiculous that video was deleted soon after it was posted, which, by the way, is probably the only smart decision her campaign will ever make, because the launch of the campaign was just as comical as you would expect it to be.
Let's get into it. Okay. She ain't never scared and she ain't never been. Always willing to go toe-to-toe against the president. I can't wrap my head around someone who votes Republican. She advocate for feeding kids, they protect folks touching them. Trump invading his own country with our army, what a joke. We remember Pearl Harbor by illegally bombing boats. What y'all thought we wasn't gonna do nothing, buddy? Think again. They only trying to scare out of running cause they think she'll win. Listen, thought I told y'all we ain't never scared. Now look who name on the docket. Got 2 words for every racist bigot. Jasmine Crockett.
U.S. Senator. She wants to be a U.S. Senator, and that's how she unveils her campaign. Crockett's launch speech was all the things you might expect. This thing was like the kitchen sink of the Democrat Party propaganda and race baiting. Jazzy Jasmine is already setting up her expected future loss as a result of, of course, sexism and racism.
When people come together. So I'm asking you to tune out those intrusive voices that say she can't win because she's black, because she's a woman, or because she's a Democrat. If you believe women should be in all spaces, then I ask you to stand with me.
Allow me to interpret what she just said. If I don't win, it's because I'm a black woman. In advance. Those delusions I mentioned earlier are alive and well in this campaign. Jazzy Jasmine Crockett truly believes that a seat that hasn't been blue in decades will suddenly become blue because Jasmine is, just different.
Turning Texas blue is what I want to talk to y'all about today. Now, there are those that say, ain't no way, we done tried it 50 kinds of ways. Let me be clear, y'all ain't never tried it the JC way. We used to telling us what I can't do, but they have no idea what Crockett's crew will do. And so I just want to be clear, for all the haters in the back, listen up real loud. We gonna get this thing done.
U.S. Senator Jasmine, U.S. Senator from Texas, no less. Jasmine also wants everyone to know that this decision she made to run for Senate has nothing at all to do with the fact that she was floundering in her House seat, that she was likely due to lose her House seat, or that she's one of the most embarrassing members of Congress. This moment just found her, folks.
Right now, many people wonder why I jumped in this race so late, and I just want to be clear that this was never my intention. This was never about me. I never put myself into any of the polls. Listen, my question was, which congressional seat would I be running for? And for Texas 30, I love you, Texas 30. Okay, I'm gonna finish. But the more I saw the poll results, I couldn't ignore the trends, which were clear, both as it relates to the primary as well as the general election. I could have played it safe and continued serving in the United States House of Representatives for as long as my constituents would have me. But I don't choose to do that. Because Texas, this moment we're in now, is life or death.
U.S. Senator from the state of Texas, hasn't been blue in decades. But she's going to do it, right? She's going to turn it around. How about one more, folks? How about one more Jasmine Crockett? Here's a reminder among many, by the way, of why Jasmine Crockett belongs nowhere near the United States Congress.
One of the things that they propose is black folk not have to pay taxes. We argue the reparations make sense because so many black folk, not only do you owe for the labor that was stolen and killed and all the other things, right?
Reparations, U.S. Senator. You want that going? Texas, you better step up. You better come out and vote, Texas. Speaking of people who don't deserve the roles they currently have, Ketanji Brown Jackson, clearly one of the least qualified Supreme Court justices ever to walk, who just can't even define what a woman is, remember, was heard in oral arguments telling the court that presidents should not be able to fire the PhDs and experts who run the government. She even argued presidents should avoid control over transportation and the economy. She said those officials should operate beyond presidential reach. No secret, Jackson is saying that the deep state should decide instead of voters about the president's powers. Dare I say, some would say that that's called a constitutional revolution from the high court.
Some issues, some matters, some areas should be handled in this way by nonpartisan experts. That Congress is saying that expertise matters with respect to aspects of the economy and transportation and the various independent agencies that we have. So having a president come in and fire all the scientists and the doctors and the economists and the PhDs and replacing them with loyalists and people who don't know anything is actually not in the best interest of the citizens of the United States. These issues should not be in presidential control.
It's scary that a Supreme Court justice who's supposed to interpret the Constitution, period, their only job, interpret what the Founding Fathers meant by the Constitution. It's not a living, breathing document. It's written, it's stagnant, it's stable. Just interpret it and put it into law. When things are questioned, you decide who's right, who's wrong. You have opinions on both sides. Court votes on it. That's the law, stays the law. This woman thinks that the president should not have the power to select who's on the transportation and the economy secretaries, and that these people should be not bound by what you serve at the pleasure of the president. That's in the Constitution. It's literally in the Constitution. So lady, sorry, Supreme Court Justice, interpret the Constitution, read the Constitution. I don't know, maybe try reading it once because it's not that hard. It's this tiny little document I carried everywhere. You'll know that that's not the role. The role of the president is to oversee the cabinet. The cabinet is chosen by the president. The cabinet executes the president's vision, policy, and vision. The people elect the president. See how it works? Supreme Court. All right, folks. The Edge. Love The Edge. Sorry. The Edge is not about politics. It's such a breath of fresh air for me. I've got so deep into this. But The Edge, we believe in the power of the comeback. In this episode, Brett Favre shared how he faced down 5 seasons of addiction and turned his life around. Here's a snippet that shows just how raw and how real Brett's journey was.
So if I go out of off the field and the next shot comes in, it can be my last time to see the field. You never know. So you got to play with injuries. You got to play hurt. I mean, football is that's the name of the game. Playing with injury, not just playing well.
That's what we do. We talk to men. It's a men's movement. It's basically a men's podcast generally. 2/3 of the audience is men. But we talk about what motivates men, what gets people back up when you've been knocked down 7 times, what gets you back up the 8th time. It's amazing. It's growing like crazy. It's literally a movement. If you take your phone, just aim it right at that QR code, the little yellow line comes up, press it. You'll be subscribed. Again, never going to charge you a penny, never going to market stuff through that subscription. It just tells YouTube how big we're growing, 150 times faster than the average YouTube show. New YouTube show, 150 times faster. It's because of you. You're subscribing. I want you to come back. I want you to watch some of these episodes. Don't just subscribe. Come watch some. hit the QR code when you put your phone towards that, or go to YouTube and type in Eric Bowling the Edge, Eric Bowling the Edge on YouTube. It'll come up. Make sure you're the right Eric Bowling page, and you'll subscribe, and I appreciate your support for it. But you're going to really, really get something with this. If it's not you, tell a dad, tell a brother, tell a son, tell a cousin, tell an uncle about the Edge. They'll walk away better for it. Appreciate your time. We'll be back 2.5 minutes.